Well, hello peeps, here we are playing the new battleground, the Deephaul Ravine, with the Death Knight using the Rider of the Apocalypse hero talent. So, as far as the build is considered, I think you had like a little few seconds when the game starts. You can just check it out. The idea is just to go fully into the disease damage, death coil damage, and just do as much damage as I can in a cleave situation. I also have picked up the talents with kind of regarding Magus of the Dead, so it's doing a little bit more damage and cleaving around. So it is a build very much meant for me to sit in the middle and just bang, do damage, pull in targets and kill people, right? You just want to be there in the middle of things. One unfortunate thing with Rider is that it seems that in PvP, which is kind of realistic, we cannot use the steed in combat, right? The be mounted in combat talent. We have to use kind of the steed. This is kind of also kind of sucks because I feel like Death's Advance has its benefits sometimes because it just has the passive component. I think that the Death Charger right now, or how it's called, it doesn't have that component. But in any case, it's really good for BGs, just whenever you have to reposition, and in generally speaking, right, as a Death Knight, you don't really care to really like be jumping on opponents, right? You want to grip them in anyways into like dangerous positions. So for those moments that you do need to actually reposition or, you know, get onto somebody, you can. It's very good for those moments. I mean, the last 10 seconds, man, it's a very good duration and also cooldown and everything. A few thoughts, I guess, kind of how does it compare the Rider of Apocalypse versus Shayna Lane, now that I've kind of tested both in like legitimate PvP and I have spent like more time. Definitely right now Shayna Lane has that burst component and definitely Rider has that AoE component, so it's kind of gonna depend what you're playing, right? If you're playing BG Blitz, playing BGs, I feel like a Rider is just a little bit better. On the opposite, right? If you're playing arenas, Shayna Lane is a little bit better, so both have kind of some bonuses there. Also, this is the PTR, right? So there is some bugs going on. You're gonna see some unkillable shamans with totemic tree because the freaking shield broke and it's just like applying constantly or something. Like you're just unkillable freaking shamans because of the shield. Yeah, so like do keep that in mind. Also, like Lua errors popping up, those are not because of add-ons or anything, that is literally because of the game. I played more later without like any add-ons, disabled my add-ons, deleted my add-ons and still getting Lua errors. Those are literally because of the BG, just so you know. In any case, that Knight is looking to be very good to me in the war within. So how do I feel about this new battleground? It's kind of a mixed opinion from me. On one side, on the good side, let's talk about the good stuff first. I really like kind of how it's designed as like the arena, let's call it like that, the arena of the battleground, the actual like hills and like battle positions and everything feels really good to me. Also looks really good to me, like it's just kind of visually appealing, the battleground, and feels, I don't know, don't feel like Silver Shard mines where you feel like you're in a constricted like place, but it also doesn't feel like just open, you know, skies and whatnot, like open space, like somehow, like it's a very good feeling. I also think the idea of what they're going for is very good what they kind of want to do, and I think it's the future of World of Warcraft, and it's what I've kind of a video that I've been baiting on the channel for like a month now that I just haven't made because I need to figure out some stuff, how to say some stuff, because otherwise people are not going to be receptive to it. Also, you see the power of the Death Charger here. I'm like completely out of position and I just get to do whatever I want, to just run away, get back into the fight. Yeah, it's gonna be a very fun time on that night. But yeah, I feel like conceptually they're going for the right thing. It's just that they stopped, how would you say this, like they just haven't completed the concept, right? Like this was a nice pitch. Whoever made the Deephaul Ravine pitch or whatever is a nice pitch, but it's like an unfulfilled concept. And what do I mean by that? It just ultimately boils down to a mid-fight, right? You have like these things that are supposed to like pull you onto the sides and like additional objectives. It just doesn't feel like that. Even like here, I'm specifically playing the mid-fight kind of class spec and whatever. So yeah, don't think that I didn't try playing differently like in other games and with other classes, but just specifically, right, I think ultimately just the mid-fight, yeah, it just becomes a mid-fight BG like most. because like it just kind of develops into like the easiest, the best strategy. And if you can just constantly murder the enemy team because you're 10 people focusing down like 2 people, 3 people, yeah, you're gonna be kind of winning this BG, even though there's like additional things to do. Ultimately, also that crystal thing is the problem, I think, as well. 1 second, drink some water. But yeah, I think the crystal thing is also a problem. Like it's like right there in the middle. It just forces down the middle fight. I don't feel like there's a big benefit for you running, trying to do like some cheeky holds of the carts, because like ultimately people are just gonna push the cart anyways. And I feel like the cart positions are not like too far away from the middle, where it just forces you to kind of yeah, leave that middle position. Like you have a lot more spread fights that happen, but yeah, it's still kind of like one position thing. Like I feel like they need to kind of add maybe more line of sight, kind of like lanes in MOBAs. That's why I think mobifying the game is a very good idea, but not really making it into League or Dota, just mobifying it a little bit. Ultimately, it just ends up feeling a little bit half-baked. That's, I guess, what I want to say in the end, right? It's a good concept. I like what they were going for, but ultimately, it's just instead of having points, you have carts, and it's Eye of the Storm, right? It's just a different Eye of the Storm, I feel like, in the end, instead of them really kind of working on like the side stuff concepts, like side missions, trying to spread out the teams. I think they did a very good job with this in BG Blitz, where on certain maps, especially like on AB and like point maps, you really want to spread because of your speed. Here I feel like there's nothing really right now that incentivizes you to not just like hold down the carts and hold down the middle, right? I feel like nothing really incentivizes you. You can go behind the enemy lines and like try and get their cart, but at that point like they're already holding the middle, holding like pushing your cart for you as well. So I don't know, it just feels like they need to kind of try and separate these things out. It's a good concept, just half-baked, not fully fledged. And my worry is with everything in PvP, like is that they're not gonna like work on it, like expand on it like they should. Like similar situation with Soul Shuffle right now, where they just haven't expanded on something that is kind of in a broken stayed in a broken state instead of being like fixed, right? At this point in video, I do have to inform you that only 4.3% of you are subscribed. So if you've been enjoying the content, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell, you know, it would be good for you, good for me. In any case, I feel like Blizzard really needs to kind of work on this additionally. I like it. I like it. It just ultimately, like I said, kind of half-baked. They have a good thing, so at least they're kind of trying things out. Just I hope they also don't do like the soul shuffle thing where they're just gonna, you know, okay, there's issues, people see the issues, people, you know, want the changes, and then they're just like, yeah, let's leave it like how it is. Because, you know, soul shuffle has been criticized quite a lot, and people have, you know, have given valid stuff that they could do, and they still kind of refuse to ultimately like fix the shuffle. They're just letting it be in this kind of, let's call it, a rotted state. That's about it, peeps, from me. I'm just gonna let you enjoy the gameplay from here and hope you have a good day.